Wait a minute. What's going on in that room? Shh. Wait. I hear some chicks getting clapped. Sounds like someone's getting clapped pretty hard. Yeah, there he is, coming out as sweaty. Oh my god. He was clapping Emma Stone. Seems like her chicks get clapped in exchange for money, and thus earns herself the degree of clappee. This story gonna change our perspective about her, I guess. The movie opens with a narration by a so-called school slut. Our protagonist, Miss Olive, leads a normal high school as an underdog, as no one barely knows her. Olive is describing her normal life before things went haywire for her. She spends most of her time with her chirpy friend Ree and randomly goes camping with her. However, their last camping was not fun at all for Olive, since Ree's parents prefer camping while topless. The boobies were all over and Olive wasn't very comfy with that. So when Ree asks her to join her for camping over the weekend again, she declines her request. She lies about having a date with a boy named George, who goes to college with her brother. Ree, however, makes fun of her, saying George isn't a name one can say during climax. She says it out loud enough, and their teacher overhears them as he passes by and seeks a clarification on the last part. The smart Olive managed to deflect the statement by linking it to a plant's life system. In the next scene, Olive heads home to find a musical greeting card from her grandma with some cash on it. I hope you're watching, Grandma, to see what others are doing to their grandkids. This keeps her busy over the weekend as she repeatedly jams to the card song, and in place of George is her loving dog, which should receive an award for Best Supporting Actor, by the way, as he never leaves her side the whole weekend. The weekend is over and Olive is reunited with the curious Ree, who is eager to get a full report of the weekend's proceedings. We all have such friends. She wants to know if Olive has finally lost her seal and welcomes her to the open air market. However, Ree is very eager for that to happen and pushes her to admit that George saw the promised land. Olive's attempts to say otherwise land on a deaf ear and she finally gives in to put an end to it. Ree is finally happy that Olive is now a super slut like her. Not my words, but hers. Unknown to them, their conversation is overheard by the school's devout Christian lady named Marianne. Within minutes, the rumor spreads across the school and Olive becomes the talk of the town. This leaves her surprised as this rumor spreads like wildfire, surpassing the years back when she allegedly kissed a boy. She craved a kiss from a boy she liked, named Todd. But Todd was too shy for it. He asked her to lie for him and that went well, unlike today's one. She becomes an overnight celebrity and to some extent loves the new publicity. This, however, comes under criticism from her classmate, Nina, who is close to Marianne. She calls Olive a skank, while referring to a literature review about an adulterous woman from the Scarlet Letter literature. In a moment of rage, Olive fights back, calling her a twat, and this lands her in the principal's office. She is served detention alongside a gay gent named Brandon, after allegedly calling the principal a fascist. At home, she states her case to her parents about the circulating rumor about her. Her parents are full of humor and take it lightly. Even when she mentions the principal's case, they are eager to know the inappropriate words she used. As the scene closes, her dad makes fun of her adopted brother, asking where he is from originally. Brandon, on the other hand, is curious to know why Olive has suddenly transformed to be the school's tramp. He is, however, surprised to find out that Olive is just perpetuating a lie and is nowhere close to being a generous giver. She even proposes he learn something from her that could bring his problem to an end. Very easy, like pretending to be straight would keep off the bullies. Something that Brandon goes home to think about. His interpretation, however, is off. He comes looking for Olive the next day. Her parents are surprised to see a boy finally visiting their daughter, something they haven't seen before. Though I'm sure they were cool with him, as the boy looked so gayish from a distance. You want to tell me that gays are safe now? Brandon is a no-time waster and dives straight into the point, asking if they can replace the I in the 6 with an E and see what happens. Olive obviously declines and explains she isn't part of his plans. and more so, the plan is to act and not to do. Brandon, however, says no one would believe him and goes on to explain the hardship he faces at the school every day. But I think nowadays it's different. Straights have hardship in the schools. Everyone now are LGBTQXYZ, LMNOP. At this point, I doubted his stand as he sounded like a typical guy hunting for some action. Olive is touched by his story and gives in to helping him. The following day, the duo attends to a party and the show rolls into action. The two stage a fake fornication, which catches the attention of all those in attendance. It's a win for Brandon as the boys club embraces their own. This also adds up to Olive's rich portfolio as she officially takes the skank position in the school. Following this, Brandon's close friends come for favor as well, and it becomes a lucrative business for her. She is easily moved by troubled boys who can't get girls and lies about hooking up to boost their popularity. This is even better to do the actual job. Although this is not fair to the honest worker in this profession who work long hours, shifts, and mostly night shifts, Anyway, this comes at a cost though, as Ree ends their relationship following Olive's new way of life. In a moment of fury, Olive avenges by constantly flirting with Ree's boyfriend in her face. This also earns her an invitation to the counseling office. The counselor, a wife to her teacher, offers to listen to whatever is troubling her. She presumes Olive is in her so-called slutty phase and offers her tons of protection. A few days later, Marian's boyfriend contracts chlamydia and in a moment of fear puts it on Olive. In a surprising turn of events, the boy contracted it from the counselor. Guess who didn't use the protection after all, huh? Turns out that the counselor and Olive's best teacher's marriage was experiencing some turbulence. Seeing how troubled her teacher's wife is, Olive once more takes a shot for her. She offers to cover her up and down the story to keep her job and prevent a divorce. However, all these happenings come under criticism from Marianne's group, who lobby for Olive's expulsions from the school. Slowly, this takes a toll on Olive as she finds herself deeply rooted in a mind-boggling situation. In the thick of it all, someone keeps close to her, and that's Todd, whom they faked a kiss with. Her parents stay close as well, though she doesn't let them into her story for help. The worst part of the story happens when Ree's boyfriend invites her on a date, thinking that finally someone is interested in something real. It ends badly for her. The boy gives her a discount coupon in return for coitus, and Olive is left furious, seeing the pictures she has painted on people. At her lowest moment, her savior, Todd, pops out of the blue and offers to drive her home. The duo catch up and leave their memory from years back. It's clear that the spark between the two has survived the test of time. Todd knows she is living a lie because she lied for him years back. Olive is finally happy that someone is seeing her for who she is, and an actual kiss looms in the air. However, she holds it to put her life in order for it to be perfect. Over the next few days, Olive asks those whom she helped to assist her in bringing out the truth. Brandon easily helps her out by leaving a note to his parents stating he is gay. Her counselor, however, declines to come out and Olive is forced to expose her. She breaks it to her husband, leaving their marriage broken. Something Olive lives to regret. Finally, she breaks the story to her mom, who proves overly useful. She believes Olive will come out with a clean slate, unlike her. Turns out her mom was just like her. Guess she really passed down the DNA fully intact in this case. It's here that Olive decides to make a webcast to tell her side of the story. To lure everyone to watch, she performs a dance at a school rally. She promises to host an online-only school fans show with Todd at night, and the whole school can tune in for the stream. This, however, isn't true, as it's the web that has featured this whole narration to explain the truth. So it's a bummer. Our dudes even brought their paper towel along, but I have to live with blue balls. The OnlyFans show ends in suspense as Todd actually arrives and Olive signs out, citing she might lose her virginity to the guy. She heads outside to meet him, much to the dismay of the streamers. Most anticipated happy ending from the stream, come on! Olive texts Ree apologizing for lying to her before sharing a kiss with Todd. The movie ends as a duo sets off in a lawnmower, and their rekindled love sets off a new beginning. Make sure to subscribe and come back for more clapping. See ya.